here's a quick demo of our product. Once you create your account, you will be greeted with the dashboard here that shows you all your different interviews that you have set up. And to set up a new interview is super, super easy. So you click on Create New Interview. You give your interview a title. So I'll call this User Feedback Session on Acme Company. And our goal is get user feedback on our latest UI updates. And I'll give it some context here. These are the goal and the context are important. That's how our AI can continue to ask additional questions as needed. So here I'd say, we launched the newest version of our UI here at Acme Company. Cool. And then I'll add in here Acme, and I'll actually use AI to actually help me generate these questions. We use the MOM test and the jobs to be done type frameworks to actually help generate these questions. So if you're kind of stuck, this can give you a hand to get you started actually. Perfect. So you can see here it generates a list of questions for you to use, and you can actually change. You can update the questions yourself, add different questions. But for demo purposes, let's just go and pick like 3 questions here, and then I can review to make sure everything's fine, and I'll create the interview. And then this takes us into our interview analytics screen. Obviously, there's not going to be anything there at this moment, but you can actually copy this link now, and you can send it to your users. And then your users have a natural voice conversation with our AI, and you get instant analytics after your user actually conducts the interview itself. And I'll show you what that looks like really quick here. And I'll just start the voice interview.
Hi, I'm Convo, and thank you for participating in this study. This interview will take at most a couple of minutes. Should we begin?
Sure.
Great. Let's start. What are your initial impressions of the new UI?
I think it's really nice. It's very intuitive and easy to use.
I'm glad to hear that. Can you share what specific features or elements you found particularly intuitive or easy to use?
I think the buttons being in a more reasonable place, and reducing the number of questions I have to answer.
That makes sense. It's great to know that the button placement is working well for you. How intuitive did you find the navigation in the new UI?
So I'll stop this here and give you guys an example of what kind of analytics you can actually get out of the system, so that we don't spend all of our time there. Here's an interesting one here. So I created this interview in English, but my participants actually responded in Hindi. And we will directly translate the Hindi to English so that I can actually understand what the people are saying. And you can see here there were 9 responses, what the average engagement was, how long people were taking to answer these questions. And yeah, we have an overall summary, things that we can do to address our key takeaways. And then we have question level analysis, right? So we have that broken down similarly. We'll summarize all the answers, and then we give you key takeaways for each of the questions. So you can kind of look at these individually. And then if you really want, you can look at the transcripts. So you can see the transcripts were all in Hindi. And we translated all this to English. And yeah, that's a quick sneak peek of Convo.